Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about architecture, career and life, if there is any in fact. For 4 years I've been working in an international company with 4 offices and multiple projects around the globe. If you're curious about what has changed in my work and life during this time, keep on watching this video. I'm well versed in time zones. Some of my friends still don't know the time difference between us. While I can easily calculate what time it is in New York, LA, Paris, Melbourne, Tokyo, and other cities where we have projects. I'm aware of the upcoming holidays in different countries. To plan work with local architects and subcontractors, we need to know not only about the time difference, but also about the holidays. I experience a slight panic if I work on European projects in July, because I know if we don't clarify all the information and get the materials before August, the project will slow down. Just because there are summer holidays in Europe, almost all of August. I never use the names of the seasons to determine the time of the year. Once I told our intern that the construction work would begin the following spring, and I was really confused when I got questioned back. When is spring there? I totally forgot that this intern is from Australia. And it's not only the upside down Australia that has a different time for seasons. For instance, spring from September to November there. Such shifts happen in many places. For example, in China, spring comes after Chinese New Year, and it's different every year. In 2021, the Spring Festival will be from February 12 to 17. Whenever I start working on a project in a new country, it's like tabula rasa. Ignorance is not a problem, false knowledge is. I repeat it to myself every time I start working on a project in a new country. I made this mistake on my first international project. I already had several years of work experience in Russia behind me, so when I was asked to come up with a few options for a layout on a project in Japan, I confidently began drawing walls according to Russian standards. Only when I got comments from my project leaders did I realize that I had false knowledge that was of no use in this country. All countries have different building codes and expectations, and Japan is not an exception. I even can't recall how many times I've had to relearn how to calculate gross and net area for the past 4 years, because all countries have their own method of calculating it. That doesn't mean that all experience is useless and I basically start from zero. Over time, I learned how to ask the right questions to fill in the gaps faster. And sometimes after the first project in a new country, I get second and third project which expand my pool of knowledge further. A 24-hour non-stop work on a project. If you organize your workflow well, that can be the case if you're employed by a firm with several offices across the globe. That's how we worked with our team in LA from the Beijing office. Every evening, I send my work progress, questions and stuff like this to our team in LA. And by the morning, I received all answers, comments and files from the other side of the world, because while I was sleeping, the work continued. I think our experience with such a workflow helped us a lot during the quarantine. But instead of 4 offices, we essentially had 130 in living rooms of my peers, because everyone worked from home. The Imperial system of units. Thanks to our projects in the United States, I had to learn their system of units. That wasn't easy, but that's great to get a new skill. By the way, if you want a video with my tips on how to get used to the Imperial system of units, let me know in the comments below. I can make a separate video explaining how to understand all this without going crazy. The world is getting smaller. Working with architects from different countries and cities helps to get to know people from all over the world. Because of this, it looks like all architects know each other. For example, a few years ago, my friend from Russia met an architect from New Zealand in her hotel lobby in Poland. He was on the way to Beijing for an internship at MAD, so she wanted to introduce us to each other. But it turned out that he already knew me. I have a dozen such stories. Maybe I'll make a separate video featuring some of them. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure that you hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. See you soon!